Yay!
It's travel day. It's our last travel day for about a month. Can you believe it?
No.
It's time for a break. We're going to the Rochester area, and we're going to stay there with our nieces for a while.
Yay! Hey, Anaya. Hey, Asia.
All right, and I just wanted to say about this campground, I got to meet the manager this morning. Awesome guy. He had a bunch of recommendations for the West Coast for us for next summer.
Cool.
Yeah, he's from over there, but they brought him over here because he's a great manager and he's doing wonderful things at this park.
Awesome.
So if you guys ever want to come out to the Herkimer, New York area and mine for some diamonds, I recommend this park. It's excellent.
We got a little song going. Remember that song, Aiko Aiko Ane? David said, Herkimer Finane.
Herkimer Finane.
It's stuck in my head.
Talking about, hey now. All right, let's hit the road. And we're here, near Rochester. We're near Rochester. I don't want to be in this city. I'd rather be outside of the city. We got a decent site, pretty nice. There's not a lot of trees around it, but that's all right. Putting slides out on the RV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully we'll see our nieces tomorrow. We gotta do some cleaning and get ready because the top bunk has just kind of been some storage. So we're gonna have to get the top bunk cleaned off. Last time that our nieces came and stayed with us, we took kind of like the excess stuff we had, kind of boxed it up, and then I took some of the storage out in the very front, and then they could put their extra stuff up there in that nose storage right behind the fifth wheel hitch. So we gotta get ready for company. This campground is pretty cool. It'll be a while before we do a review. I usually like to save the reviews for when it's time to actually leave the campground. So we have an open range RV, and all 4 of our slides are cable driven slides. People with open ranges, they were complaining a lot about the slides breaking, and what it was would be the gearboxes. So you have a motor up top and you have a gearbox, and there would be too much torque and the gearbox would buckle, and then the gears wouldn't work anymore and people would have to replace them. Some people that have had open ranges for a while would actually carry extra gearboxes with them. Our friend Sean over at Our Vision Nomadic Living, he's had a spare gearbox, he said, the whole time, but he's never had one go bad. If you call Open Range, they will tell you that I'm sorry, I'm so sweaty. It's hot out there. If you call them, they will tell you to order this newer model, which is kind of a beefier, stronger gearbox, And I don't know if we've already got that. Like the other people that have had the problems have like the 2017s, the 2018s, and we've got a 2020, so maybe we've got the better gearbox. Sean's opinion was, don't ever put your slides out if you're not level. That is a very good, valid opinion. Another thing that I do, like with my big living room slide, I will put it out like halfway or most of the way, and then I'll just let it rest for a while. Because what happens is you're using those gears, they're warming up. And when they get too hot, if it's going to buckle, that's when it'll happen. So if I just let it cool down for a while, kind of like I need to let myself do. Alright, I'm checking the sides of the slide. We might have had a sweater fall down. Oh, that didn't break. It's kind of a twofold process for me. Take the slides out halfway, let them rest, check the sides to make sure nothing has fallen down. I have literally had, we store ramen up there, you see that? And maybe 2 times I've had it come down and get lodged in the cable next to the kitchen slide. I'm shocked it hasn't happened more. I thought when I put this up here, this would be temperamental. Look at, temporary, not temperamental. Look at those noodles, double stacked up there. You know how bumpy these New York roads were? They're still there. Okay, we got those, got that. Now we need to get the kid slide the rest of the way. Yeah, I checked both sides. Can't really see it. But you can kind of hear it when the motor's done pushing all the way out. Alright, I'm ready to bring this one out. Usually what I do, I get my sewer stinky slinkies all ready to go, and then I start bringing slides out. But first, I'll bring this one halfway out, because then I get access to the kitchen sink, so that after I'm done with Stinky Slinky, I can come in here and wash up my hands real good before doing anything else. And I like to get all the slides out before I let anybody in. And then I'll usually get out the internet. Basically, I provide everybody with their infrastructure, and then they can come in and start moving things around and getting comfortable. And there we go. All the slides are out. T-Mobile here is so-so. It's decent. I think I'll put it out, but I'll put out the Starlink too. That way, if one of them isn't doing so good, it's just okay, we've got 2 to go on. So we could put like the work laptop on T-Mobile, the streaming on Starlink, something like that where they can share. We're paying for both of them. Might as well use them, right? I would say keep your boxes. These boxes are made specifically to hold whatever it is that you're transporting. Just trying to keep that safe when it was going through like UPS or the Postal Service. So keep that box. So I keep this one and I keep the Starlink box. So we put T-Mobile up here. I'm sure it would be nicer to put something more decorative up there, but I think it helps to have it up high like this and centrally located to the home. Alright, so that'll start working on getting connected. We're more of a functional over beauty kind of thing. Make it work and then we'll think about making it look good. I keep Dishy under the bed, and then the cables and the modem I keep in the pass-through storage. I like this campground. This is nice. So the north is, oh my goodness, I gotta get my compass back out. So it looks like the sun is setting that way. So north is like at an angle over that direction. In the afternoon and evening, this whole side of the RV, we get a bunch of shade. Unless, like right here in the corner, let me show you. Get some sun right about there. As soon as I sit down on the picnic table, it's about 5:30 right now. That's pretty good. I think that's why somebody put this picnic table at an angle like they did. It's nice knowing that we're going to be here for a month. Gives me the opportunity to just start getting stuff out, getting the chairs out, tables, Blackstone. When we travel so much, you kind of question, do I really want to take this out? Because I'm going to just have to put it right away again. But now I know we're going to be here so long, we can really enjoy it. To me, this is a good ending to a travel day right here. The weather here is about 80 degrees when we pulled in. It's definitely blazing hot when you have to go in the sunshine, but in the shade, there's just a slight little breeze. Now, one of the things I said to Tanya when we pulled in here, or as we were setting up, was that this park seems to have some more rules, like very specific rules about not putting mats down on the grass, things of that nature. So I said, before we get all set up with all of her art, before we take all that out, we're gonna just kind of go around the area and just kind of observe how other people are setting things up. How are they respecting the grass in their area? We just wanna make sure that we are, as we set up what she wants to do with her art, that we're being respectful of this park. Try to make it fit into what the owners of the park would deem as appropriate for their park, because they take great pride in this park, trust me. The garden that is around the pond right behind the RV, they take really great pride in this park. So we want to make sure that we honor that. I think that it's the right thing to do. So when you pull in someplace, always be observant. And I've talked about this in the past about like noise levels. When you come into a park and they talk about there's going to be a DJ on Saturday night or a concert or something to that effect, don't go into that park expecting to tell people to be quiet. Shh, you gotta be quiet and whisper. Don't do that. Well, on the flip side, if this is one of those more quiet parks where everybody's lights out by 7 o'clock, we want to be observant of that and we want to be respectful of that. So that's something that we want to observe. Like right now, this park seems very quiet and peaceful. Now I know there are other kids here. People are enjoying the pool. There's a very cool playground set up here. I cannot wait to share that with y'all. But we're gonna make sure that we're observant on this first day to make sure we know how we should behave. Should we be running around with our hair on fire till 11 o'clock at night, or should we be lights out and whispering at 7 o'clock? Are people out here like looking at the stars and trying to be all romantical around the campfire? Can't believe I'm talking like that and I'm all hot and sweaty. Oh, this just don't mix. Did I mention how nice it is to know that we're gonna stop traveling for a month? Don't take that as I don't like this lifestyle. That's not the case at all. But it can be exhausting. It can be a lot of work to push through the travel days and set up and take down, set up and take down, and it wears on you after a while. Doesn't mean I don't like this lifestyle. Still love it. But it's nice to be able to stop for a while. And the reason we really like this lifestyle is, and why we liked getting the big RV, is because this is the full-on home. Other people have smaller campers, but they appreciate having their house, their sticks and bricks they can go back to after a long journey. Well, for us, the house is with us everywhere we go. So we can push hard with the house on wheels and have a big journey, and then we can stop. And so now we're at, you know, like a second home base. Not necessarily a home base, but family is in the area. So now we can spend some quality time with them, and we can think about other things other than travel days and all that sort of stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice. And the good thing about sitting still for a month is that when it's time to go, I'm going to be eager to get moving again. So I look forward to that eagerness. I know what it's like on both sides of the fence. The grass is greener on the other side mentality. The same goes for so much things in life. So like with traveling, when you're sitting still and you're never traveling, it's like you have a longing, or at least I do, have a longing to hit the road and get going and travel. And then when you've been traveling for a long time, you dream about just sitting back and kicking your feet up and sitting there for a while. So the way that we do this RV life gives us both sides of that fence. You spend a certain amount of time doing it one way and then stop for a while. And I mean, it's even crossed my mind to possibly in the future stay places even longer. Excuse me. Like if we wanted to go to Colorado and stop for 3 months or something to that effect. I don't see that on our plate anytime soon because we still got a lot of ground to cover. We are definitely missing our part of the country. Tanya's very tired of the rain. Thankfully we've got our replacement leg for her canopy, so I'm going to try to get that fixed while we're here and hopefully get that set up, and so she can get out here and paint some paintings and resin some resin, because the lack of her being able to do her art has been wearing her out. Alright, I think that is enough yapping for today. We thank y'all so much for watching our videos. We really appreciate y'all. Every last one of you that stops in here to watch our videos, even that one person that gives us a thumbs down. We appreciate you for coming in and interacting with our videos. We hope that y'all have a wonderful weekend. We hope to see you back here tomorrow. And remember that life happens, even grass being greener on the other side. Don't let that stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.